Okay, everybody. I know the texts are a little bit confusing, and I've been thinking a lot about market cap over the last week to 2 weeks. Crypto market cap. Are we charting the right things? Are the Bitcoin maxis actually putting us in a situation where we've been given enough rope to hang ourselves? We go all in on Bitcoin while we watch all the other profits made, and we say, "Oh, it's just like before." It's just like before. They make big profits, but they drop 95%, stay out. And that's worked every single time. But something's changing right now in the charts. The charts don't lie, and what the charts tell us right now is Bitcoin is neutral. It's bearish on the daily. It's almost in a bear market on the daily. On the weekly, it's neutral, but really it's leaning bear because it's under the 21-week EMA on the weekly. And Ethereum goes into a similar crash, and yet it bounces. It's well above its 21-week EMA. It's hugging the 21-day EMA. And if Ethereum suddenly gets over and confirms above the 21-day EMA, it is literally still in a bull market, regardless of what Bitcoin's doing. And I've been looking for blow-off tops to see if maybe I got the wave count wrong, and maybe wave 5 is really wave 3, or wave 3 was really wave 5. What if the bull market is over in cryptocurrencies that are used as speculation and an inflation hedge? And what if we have the decoupling of Bitcoin to the rest of the cryptocurrency market? Hence, what matters is total market cap, which really is influenced by Ethereum heavily, versus Bitcoin. And frankly, some of the other altcoins. Anything else that's related to layer 2 and beyond. So, what is Ethereum? Ethereum is, like I've always said, it's the Microsoft technology. It's garbage, but it was first, and it was good, and everybody developed on it. But then it became the smart contract, and most importantly, the NFT space. And like it or not, gas fees suck. There's solutions for that with TrueBit. That's why I stay involved in TrueBit. But where's the money going to come from? Where is the money going to go? Why is Bitcoin crashing? What is Bitcoin? It was supposed to be a cryptocurrency. We know that's not the case. It's not a cryptocurrency. It's not used as a medium of exchange. You don't use Bitcoin to buy coffee. Yeah, when Casta app comes out, you'll be able to. But that's not why people have been buying Bitcoin. They were buying Bitcoin because they wanted to get rich. And they were libertarians. They believed in the philosophy. But why is Michael Saylor buying Bitcoin? Why have institutions been buying Bitcoin? To get rich quick? Nope. Saylor's buying Bitcoin as high as $59,000 because he's betting that in 4 years, Bitcoin will be $1 million. But he's a billionaire and he can deal with big losses right now. We can't. So why is he buying it? It's an inflation hedge, duh. But what's the proof that it's an inflation hedge besides the fact the price went up against the US dollar? What's the real proof that it's now accepted as an inflation hedge? We have the worst fucking inflation in my lifetime, and gold didn't go up like it was supposed to. Where did the money come from? It came from gold. Where did it go? It went to Bitcoin. What's going up as Bitcoin's going down? The dollar. What does the Fed do when they want to fight inflation? Prop up the dollar. Now, we're smart enough to know that the Fed can only do this for so long. Sooner or later, the Fed has to flinch, because if it strengthens the dollar too fast, it will destroy equities and the economy with it, and then everything will go down, and we'll have full-on deflation. But how does the Fed fight inflation? It has to, at a minimum, not weaken the dollar, and at a maximum, strengthen it. So what if Bitcoin is in its own class now, all by itself? There is no silver. Litecoin is dead. There's just gold. There's crypto gold, and what is it? It's Bitcoin. And with institutions being all in now, we have to start viewing the cryptocurrency market like the dot-coms after the crash. There's a bunch of bullshit companies, and then there's the few that survive. That may be taking place right now, but it also means that who's the gold? The gold is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not a company. It's fully decentralized. It's an inflation hedge. We can argue till the cows come home that gold has intrinsic value and Bitcoin doesn't. But the reality is the reality. The perception on Wall Street is Bitcoin is a hedge to inflation. Therefore it is, even if we can argue points of why it's not. So it is. It is the reality of the situation. Money left gold, went to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's crashing, dollar up, Fed getting serious, or at least acting like it's getting serious. So when does Bitcoin go up next? When the Fed backs off. And until the Fed backs off, we will not see anything above $69,000. It's not happening. That's where I'm going with this video. I don't think we see a new high until Jerome Powell has a Powell put part 2, just like he did in 2017 when he backed off, and then Trump had the greatest stock market in the history of mankind. It's going to take that type of turnaround for Powell to back off. The difference is this time Powell is fighting 7% inflation year over year. And we all know it's more like 50 to 100%. That's the bullshit lie government number. All right, so what do we do? Well, the first thing is we look at the charts. How do we solve this? Do we dump all our altcoins? Maybe. Do we dump them 90% because we're going to take a 90% hit right now? Probably. Do we dump TrueBit? I don't think we necessarily need to, because that solves the problem with Ethereum. Still probably going to take a huge hit, but isn't it funny that the TrueBit chart happens to be doing really well and looks like it wants to pump again? Why would that be? Oh, Ethereum ecosystem. It's here to fix Ethereum. Why isn't TrueBit in a bear market? And yet Bitcoin is leaning toward that. So what's the common denominator? Ethereum. I think Ethereum's technology is shit compared to some of the new stuff. I think Cardano's better. I think there's other technologies that are better. I think Solana's actually worse. But that doesn't matter. What matters is Ethereum equals Microsoft of the crypto world. It's not going away anytime soon. Love it or hate it. Don't love it. Don't hate it. Just trade it. I think we need to take a second look at Ethereum. I think we need to understand why Ethereum is not breaking down. Now, all bets are off. If this thing falls below its 21-week EMA, then God help us all. We're going down 90, 85%, whole crypto market. It's game over. And even if I'm wrong, at a minimum, we go through another mini bear market of 4 to 6 months before we can get the wave 5 up. But if wave 5 ended on November 10th, remember I said huge dump November 11th, I was off by 4 hours. If this is the continuation, if that was the top of the bull market, that looks more like a Wall Street top, a rollover, a Wyckoff distribution. And if that's the case, Bitcoin's headed to 39, 35K. There's really no support until 29. Other than mathematical formulas, the true level is 29 and 1880, and there's nothing else in between other than, pattern formation, measured moves. But again, measured moves work good in the smaller time frames, but on the big wicks, the wicks should go down to 29 or 18,880, 19,6, and then below that is 13,880. So essentially it's 19,6, right, and 13,880. Ethereum. We need to take a serious look at this now, and we need to understand why Ethereum seems to be Teflon during a crash like this. And this may be where we need to hedge back into even heavier than we've been the last 2 months. I've been DCAing in to Ethereum now, multiple weeks, going back 2 months, and I kept up with it going into this crash. And really, it's just a correction. If I had my whole portfolio in Ethereum right now, I wouldn't even be crying. I wouldn't even be hurting. It'd be like a blip on the radar. I'm hurting right now because of Bitcoin. So maybe Bitcoin is the long game, period, end of subject. And maybe the profits now are simply in those alts with utility, a la Metaverse. Hence why I can have a $21,000 PNG file of a sheep. By the way, if a $21,000 sheep doesn't tell you it's the top of the market, I don't know what does. That was a sign that even I missed. So think about this. I know it's a 10-minute long video. I hope you watched it. I'm trying to come up with new ways to communicate with you guys because texts can be a bit tough to explain all this. But if Bitcoin is digital gold, and it appears that it is assumed that category now within the institutional buyers, then there's a good chance that Bitcoin remains down for a while. And the cryptocurrencies like Ethereum that have utility and a lot of profit from gas fees could continue up, meaning that Bitcoin decouples and we actually have ourselves a true crypto market like equities and bonds, and not just whatever Bitcoin does, everything else does the same. This could be the great decoupling. This could be the beginning of the flippening that everyone's talked about. If Bitcoin goes to 30,000, Ethereum only needs to hold 4,700 to flip it. If Bitcoin goes to 50,000, Ethereum doesn't even need to go to 8,000 and it will already be bigger than Bitcoin. Ethereum is actually within striking distance of taking out Bitcoin. Didn't think I'd be saying this. This was not how I expected December to be. But that's what the charts say. Let's give it till Sunday, 4 p.m., but you might start to see me making some hedge bets, converting some Bitcoin to Ethereum. I'm not, dumping any big dollar amounts right now. I did some quick trades, some scalp trades, some of that stuff I bought in the mid 40s that I sold today just now. But that was just some scalping. My main position in Bitcoin remains. I may start converting that to Ethereum. So we got to think about this because we could take another 50 to 70% hit on our Bitcoin, which means a portion of our alts could go down 90% while we just sit here and hodl. And that makes no economic sense to do that. Take the beating. Just not worth it. All right, be blessed. I'll get back to you here, guys, with another video, some ideas that I have around Ethereum and the ecosystem.